breasts, breasts, breasts,
This is your life now.
Hand jobs all around.
breasts,
cucumbers, cucumbers, cucumbers.
Try to relax your anus.
breasts.
All right. I actually didn't think I was going to stream again, but here I am. Buckbirds in the ass. See how long ago, but I'm here. I'm a man on the internet. Ah, monetization is on. I could fix that. Let me fix that. Edit. Ah, it's unlimited ads anyway, so who cares? Let's just go. Let's just go.
That's crazy, right? I'm super happy now, obviously. But then again, so now the new conspiracy is this whole thing was planned. PC. Phil already had someone lined up to give him the $1,000 behind the scenes. So the whole thing.
Now, this is speculation, but there has been a troll in the past before that pretended that they were going to set up some big donation with them behind the scenes, and Phil was up their ass like someone's like a doctor's fingers at a physical. All right, I ruined the joke because I couldn't think of the word physical. Danny the Foot, thank you for the email. Like, hey, you gotta wait for the check to clear. Hey, is that money coming? Is the check clear? So that's why that's we don't know if this is true, but that's why that's speculation, because Phil has been caught before, like, you know, like, hey, you gonna send that money? Check your DM on Twitter. Why? What am I checking here?
It was a scam to get his other fans to give him money too. You know, this is what I mean. This is what these people do. They think these crazy conspiracy theories up.
Okay.
And they spin them into fact. And you mentioned these channels that just detract on me constantly. They all had their own weird story about the cat story that Phil scammed his viewers. Now, out of 1,000.
Yes, Pete, I will. I'll get to it probably tomorrow. Actually, definitely tomorrow I'll get to it. I saw it.
But $2,000 somehow.
I was actually going to reply to it tonight. But I was like, I'm going to go stream again. I'll hit it up tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was all a plan behind.
So, by the way, yes, I am on Cameo. If you want to pay for me to say really stupid shit, besides doing that here. Actually, it's a custom video to you. So if you want a custom video of me pretty much saying whatever you would like, obviously there's limitations. Cameo link in the description. Go check it out. I'm on Cameo. Try to relax your anus. So, thank you, Pete Z.
It was some malicious plan behind the scenes. It's like, but if you were there and you were live for the event, you would realize none of that happened. It was actually a very positive, fun stream. People.
Phil, there was a lot of discontent for the fact that you wanted an insane amount of money to show a cat. Like, I saw it. It's documented. It was absolutely ridiculous that you went through all this for a cat. You want me to get shirtless in Cameos? Fine, I'll get shirtless in Cameos. I don't give a shit. Just don't ask me to fart in a jar.
People were having fun with games. They were contributing slowly, and then.
Well, someone actually here's limitations. So before you send Cameo requests and you feel like a dissatisfied customer, someone wanted me to reenact like the DSP fapping faces, and they were still happy with the Cameo request. I'm like, yes, here's the request. I'm not. That's a little me doing. Looks like I'm doing a sexual act and being paid for it. That's probably crossing a TOS line somewhere. So I was like, let me tell you the story of Philip Ramel's incident of May 1st of 2016 story. And they were very happy with the story. But me pretending that I'm jerking off is probably a bridge too far. So I'm going to refrain from that. Do it.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders.
This is your life now.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus.
Mr. Hambly, are you proud of me?
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Rich, you take your shirt off for money. Yeah, you're goddamn right, and I'm proud to do it.
All of a sudden, they realized, oh, man, he didn't hit the goal. Let's help Phil out. And at the last minute, everyone kind of rallied. We hit the goal. It was amazing. Okay, here's my cat. You know, not really a big deal. It wasn't like I was publishing this for months that this was going to be a crazy, life-changing reveal for everyone. It was just something as a reward, a little positive thing at the end of the stream.
Jeremy is completely disinterested in this. He has to be. God, I'm going to sound like it's a fucking Gundam again, but it's true. Look at his face. He's like, that is the face of a man. He's like, I'm only doing this interview because I'm hoping it'll get really decent views. I don't give a fuck about your dad. You have just been going on about a fucking cat. Dude, I have 5 cats. Who cares? I just want to get drunk and pee in my basement.
I just peed in my basement.
It's a fucking cat, Phil. It's a goddamn fucking cat. And yes, people were annoyed, understandably so. That's like me asking $1,000 to be shirtless. Actually, I think that would be more worthwhile. Yeah, what kind of reveal? a kitty reveal. But that high,
if we hit the goal.
All right.
And like I said, I was definitely going to show the cat anyway. I wasn't going to like hold it back.
bullshit, Phil. You hold back stuff all the time. I've seen it on your own streams with my own eyes, not detractor clips. You hold back stuff all the time when goals are not hit. You are lying. I know this. That would be a lie, sir. You hold back shit. You would have goddamn held back that reveal, and you would have heard Jasper's bells jingling. What the hell bell are we talking about? You would have heard his bells jingling in the background. I don't know what that is. We never hit the goal, folks. So, guess we'd have to look like a disgruntled substitute teacher playing Call of Duty. Fuck! I died. It's Tevin's fault. What is the Eighth Amendment? Isn't that terrible? I don't know that off the top of my head.
As a secret, I was eventually going to show the cat, but people just want to make shit up, and that's the thing. That's the hot new thing. That Phil's a scammer. His 2000.
Phil, of course, that's speculation. We can't know what was in your head, but your history has proven that you hold things back when goals are not hit. What is this?
$1 cat.
Well, yeah, I mean, so I really don't watch those. There's a couple of YouTube channels that I watch that will occasionally meme on you a little bit, but I don't watch some of these. I mean, I watch some of the Wings channels because they're fucking hilarious.
Then, Jeremy, as an interviewer, the only person who did a worse job than you with this interview is me with Tommy Tellerico. I may as well have just, pulled out a cot and took a nap with that interview. I will never do an interview like that again, no matter how annoying the person is. It takes 30 seconds, Mr. Hambly, you look up DSP. His fucking detractor shit shows up before his own shit. That's the only way that you could do less effort than that is if you had your wife look up the videos and hand you her phone with the videos already on it. Stop it now.
Wings is just a different dude. He hasn't figured out how to lean into it yet, and
No, Wings leans into it more than Phil. He leans into it more than Phil. Absolutely. He also feeds the trolls, I would say, arguably more than Phil. Yes, both can exist at the same time. But
he's still, but
I can't believe it. I was so out of it. I wore the Intellivision hoodie. I was such on a different planet in terms of my headspace that I could have wore a dickisinmyass.com and I wouldn't have noticed that was on my hoodie. Fucking Peter, what's good, man?
The funny thing was that was a really big deal. And looking back at it,
no, Jeremy was thinking cha-ching. He thought this was going to be a 500,000 view video. Absolutely. He's like, got him. Got the coveted DSP. But everyone knew. Even your diehard cult fans were like, yeah, this is going to be a softball interview with Jay. There's no way that Phil would go on any interview where he would get asked questions that would make his butthole pucker. There's no fucking way. He would just and run out the fucking door. 0% chance.
Do you think maybe that I do it with thumbnails all the time, I think the title's okay, or I think you say, hey, look, I just thought I was gonna do something, important, but sometimes it's hard to judge how your viewers, or in your case also your strong detractors, will view something like that. They're probably like, oh, Phil's got a kid on the way, or something like that. And sometimes you can't avoid the way people react to
I just had to talk to a friend of mine, man. That's all.
your thumbnails. That's how I view it. With your titles, so maybe that was a case of where oh shit, maybe I should have had a more, normal title kind of thing.
Yeah, the thing is, you're right. How do you say that? Because essentially I didn't want to spoil. And it's like, oh, it's a minor or it's a kind of a middle-level thing. People were guessing, of course, the whole time. They were guessing, is it a pet? Is it this or that?
The detractors, like I said, and some people here could verify for me. They would, review multitasking USA. They all knew. They all knew for a while. How do I do this shit? Hold on. Trying to share something on WhatsApp. I think I figured it out. Oh man, I'm terrible with this shit. I'm such a boomer, but I know if I don't get... Really? Really? Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Actually start talking. You and DSP should make a sitcom called Richie and Phil. The show will have Phil as the straight man and you getting up hijinks with the birds. Keem will... Dude, that would actually be really fucking funny. Like, but that's the thing. Phil won't do something like that, dude. He won't. He won't. He wants to be taken seriously but he doesn't realize his desperate quest to be taken seriously is his repeated downfall. He's already fallen. Like, the DSP gaming ship has hit the iceberg. His bankruptcy is proof of that. I mean,
I can't give them a hint, and the problem is when you don't give a hint, now they naturally build it up to be bigger than what it's supposed to be, right? They're
like, bro, I'll take that. Keem, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do for a 50K sign-on bonus? Let's do a podcast, man. Come on. I'm a lol cow. Look, my titties are out. Come on, here.
Try to relax your anus.
Let's go. Let's make money. I'm all in, man. I'm all in for a podcast. Come on.
Building their own expectations up. And I can't do anything about that. Now, the funny fact about the whole thing is every single person who contributed that day liked it. Every person who contributed on that stream was happy. I never got a single person who came to me and said, Phil, I feel like the contribution that I gave you was dishonest. It's because you told us one thing and it was another. And the thing is, that's what always happens when I have to do fundraising or whatever. The people are happy. The people who actually contribute aren't the people with the issue. It's the people who criticize.
Every episode you find him for the DSP and Rich show, I find him fapping a different way. Like he's always fapping in a different room. I come home from the grocery store and Phil's just fapping in the living room. Then all of a sudden Phil's laying across the... Damn it, Phil, I just wanted to eat this meatloaf and now you're beating off on the kitchen table. Fuck. Oh, man. I wanted to just brush my teeth and Phil's in the shower, beating off in the shower. Damn it, Phil.
The delicious salt.
Me, the people who do full-time detraction on me, that always have the issue. It's never the people who are positively contributing. It's the people on the outside watching that seem to have the issue. So who really got skanked?
He sounds like a motivational speaker, Phil. Like, it's always so positive. Phil walks in and the birds cleaning your holes. Oh, they're getting the cord out of there, aren't they? Oh, God.
Was it the viewer who contributed and was happy with the result, or was it the person who blew up the expectation to be something it wasn't, and now we can use this as more fuel for more videos for our channels, and that's essentially what it turned into.
Okay. Let me ask you a non-drama related. Let's get back on like an interesting. So this was an interesting one that came in, and I do appreciate it. By the way, I'm gonna keep to the time that you said you had. You've already been very generous with your time. So
I can go, just so you know, I can go till about Honestly, I could probably go till about 11 p.m. my time, so I could go like another 40 minutes if you wanted. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's see how you keep talk.
Yeah, we found out that Phil's very strict with schedules. I got to be Phil, we're streamers. You can go on over. I get it would be more beneficial for me to have a strict, rigid schedule, but come on, look at me. Like, give me a break, dude. What do you gotta do? I got gin and Jasper.
Give me 20 minutes. See how you feel. Here's one that I thought, while I should ask you about the arcade 1-up machines too, because I'm gonna get your opinion on those in a minute. Because I just
this is so important. This is just what I want to hear about too. Like, who cares about my opinion on the one? Who gives a fuck about my opinion on the 1-up arcade machines? Who cares? I'm a YouTube tech/drama commentator. The fuck does my opinion mean on that? Yeah, let's ask the authority, Captain Pac-Man, on his. How do you feel about the arcade 1-up machines? Who the fuck cares? Gives a shit. We're literally like writing this script for a DSP and Rich Masucci shitcom. Shitcom! Hey! Oh! A shitcom! A shitcom! Then Carlos chases Phil tried to pick. One thing about Phil is he is punctual. Is that... I mean, but he's kind of proof, like, does it really help? I mean, if I was rigid with my schedule, I mean, I know me streaming more would be beneficial. Like, I probably should stream 4 to 6 hours a day. Let's keep it real. I don't have the time to, but I should. I do, but don't, if that makes sense. But he's kind of proof. Does it really help? Not gonna lie, I actually thought he was going to ask DSP about Brie Larson. Could you imagine he did? A shitcom. Well, shitcom is disgusting, but shitcom. That actually kind of works. A bad show like Dylan's bringing the bacon and cucumbers. Thank you.
Bought a bunch of them. Are you familiar with those?
I've seen them in the stores. Yeah, I saw they're like smaller versions of arcade cabinets of various games you could get on them. I've seen them. Yeah.
They had a Street Fighter 2 one that I bought today, a Mortal Kombat one that I bought. They come with a riser, so they're like more like a normal height, but they're still not the same as they were.
Yeah, they're small.
Old heads like us remember actually playing on them. Like that. What was the one game? Killer Instinct. Like I remember that. Like anyway. One person asked us, while playing fighting games, why do you hold your controller like you're playing an arcade game? Does it help you? Is that? I didn't think that was like a troll question. I thought they were being genuine. So
yeah, I think what they're saying. I wonder if I could bring a controller over here to show you what I think they mean. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
I think what they mean is
breasts.
So there's two ways to hold a controller. The natural way to hold a controller is to use your thumbs, and then you use your fingers on the shoulder buttons. But when I play fighting games on
I only use one finger for both the shoulder and the... Why am I even... Who the fuck cares? He obviously plays the game. Now, has Phil... My channel, has Phil spent as much as Legend? I'm not looking into his bank records to find out. That is where I take a stand morally. That is wrong, illegal, and I won't do it. So I just have to go by hearsay. All I know is he said he didn't play the game, and the trolls saw it on his phone. Oh my god, Vic Berger should jump all over Phil. Edit. You know what I fucking...
Breasts.
On a controller, I actually go like this, and I use my fingers and I push on top. And the reason is I find that especially for fighting games, a lot of the...
Why? Why is this a fucking topic of this? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna fucking bash this bird against my fucking head. Why are we really? Why are you asking this, Jeremy? Have you seen him? Again, this is like bare minimum research. He sucks at fighting games. So do I. So don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal. I hate that I have to keep on saying that, but I think people think when you say these things, you're trying to like, no, I suck dick at games. Why are you asking for this advice from him? Why?
The button inputs are multiple button inputs, and trying to push 2 buttons with the thumb especially can be very unreliable. Maybe you hit one but not the other. So when I do like this, I seem to like be able to simultaneously hit the buttons, and the reason is because I grew up on arcades. I actually used to be a competitive Street Fighter player.
Oh, we know.
And I used to play on American-style controls where the buttons were face buttons on the arcade. You couldn't hit those with your thumb. They were too big. You had to use your individual fingers to hit the buttons top-down, and that's how when I play fighting games, a lot of the times, especially Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, I'm pressing the buttons flat because it's very hard to do it with just the thumb. At least that's very difficult from my perspective.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So it sounds like that was actually a legit question. Have you seen the Neo Geo has a new mini where it's basically like the old Neo Geo? Because if you played old arcade games like I did,
if he was talking to Mark Bustler or I think that's his last name, from Classic Game Room, then maybe I would care about these. It's Phil. There is a ocean of things to ask him. And Phil, you can't say they're off the table because you bring this shit up. You're just going to sweep that all aside. How do you feel about the new Neo Geo controllers? Oh, stop! It's just we're going to keep going. You motherfucker, the gaming politician. We're going to keep going.
A lot of those were just basically Neo Geo carts.
Same hardware.
Yeah, same hardware, just a different input. So now they have like a mini that has the full arcade style controller. Any interest in playing on that?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's cool. Right now I'm playing the Genesis Mini, and I'm really enjoying it.
I love it. They did the best. They did better than anyone.
Oh, this is riveting. This is, man. I can't do this, but I'm gonna. Why? Because I'm gonna make super chats.
Anyone else better than the NES Mini, the Super NES Mini, the Genesis Mini is great.
It's just so good. The cool retro music they designed just for it, and it's all your favorite games plus some additions that are new. It's really sweet, and it's such a variety too. You can just do a stream and play 7-8 different games on a stream and have so much fun. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Earthworm Jim, classic.
Yeah,
I'm friends with the creator of that guy too.
Oh wow,
he's got a new.
Seeds of truth are always planted, huh? Of course you are.
Hand jobs all around.
With Tommy, I'm sure he's buddy with Tommy Tellerico followed the quartering. Which, look, I can't. There's people that I follow that are terrible people. I don't follow them because I believe in what they say. I follow them because it's like watching a train wreck. But patterns, friend, patterns. Dylan Bacon, thank you for the
delicious salt.
Comic Earthworm Jim comment that's coming out and stuff like that, and then the guy from Tommy from Intellivision, which is the company that now they own Earthworm Jim. They also have the original.
How did all this end?
Way back, you and I will remember Intellivision, but they have a new retro console coming out. That's kind of
I can't wait for that one. So excited for my Intellivision Amico, right, Tommy?
Try to relax your anus.
Hand jobs all around.
Yeah, he's a bigoted, hateful, homophobic piece of shit. The fucking Earthworm Jim guy. Fuck him to hell.
Kind of like the Genesis Mini or whatever, but it'll have Intellivision games, but it'll also have a brand new Earthworm Jim game on it, which will be exclusive to that too. So that's kind of...
Boy, I can't wait to play that.
Kind of a fun scene. Somebody asked this question. I don't know if there's a legitimate answer. If there's not, we can...
Tommy, you should come on the show and talk about Earthworm Jim, how it's going to be on exclusive on the Amico. Come on. I'm here. And shirtless for you. Come on the show. We can talk about games. Jokes aside, Rich, I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll get Jeremy to be a guest star. Yeah, sure. In 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Oh, man. 20 minutes. That is the theme.
Skip it, but do you have a favorite titty mod for Skyrim?
Oh.
What? Oh, God. This is so nonsensical that it's good. Who the fuck cares? What is this? How did this even get 87,000 views? The fuck? Why? Who gives a shit?
Oh my god. No, I've never played any mod. I played Skyrim on PC back in the day when it first came out, before the mods even hit. And when that game came out on PC, it was so buggy. It was like so many issues with the game.
Yeah, for many years almost it was.
Half the dragons wouldn't render for me. They looked like these gooey purple Barney monsters. It was like really effed up. But no, I know I've never played any mods. I'm not a PC gamer essentially. I'm mostly console. Like 95% of the games I play are usually on console. So no, I don't have a legit answer because I never done any mods.
No, that's fair. That's a fair answer though.
Oh, that's an excellent journalism. Excellent journalism, Jeremy. Why are you crying?
I've never been a mod guy myself, but I know there are.
Yeah, I heard Harvey Weinstein. I heard
titty mods for that game. So I was like, I didn't know. I was like, hey, maybe Phil plays it on.
Oh, that's a burning question. Hey, at least in my defense towards the end, even though my initial interviews with Tommy they make this seem like cutting edge journalism. They were awful, and I deserve all the roasting that I did up with how bad I did those. But when he came on and got questions from like Griffin Gaming, he folded like the veneer just peeled right off of Tommy, and he folded like a deck of fucking cards in a hurricane and called people gaming racist. I thought he was going to shit his pants. Are you about to lose your mind? Yes, pretty much, Katie. I'm about to lose my fucking mind. This is the most. Jeremy upset. Nakey, his tackle tucked behind his legs, walked on his tippy toes like a ballerina, rubbing his nips, saying the 2 new DSP soundboard sound.
Oh, he got my nipples up in a tissy.
That looks like he's thinking that right now. Tommy's bosoms are enlarged and pointy with rage when he watches your streams. Oh, of course.
Stream? I don't know.
He loves me. It's not like he actually slid in my DMs and told me that I'm a fake piece of shit and I need help. Hi, Tommy. How'd that all work out? Who was the consistent gaslighting liar who just made up shit on the fly, got caught in a billion lies, built a cult around a console that didn't even exist yet, acted the way you acted publicly on Twitter? Who was the fucking liar? I could sit here shirtless and effortlessly say that I have way more character than you do. A shirtless fat man said he has more ethics and character than you do. I hope that stings like hell. Why are you telling me to look? Why are you telling me to look? What is going on? Where, Classy? I'll look. I'm going to take the... Hold on. When my shirt goes back on, I'll take the bait. DSP ranted how viewers have high expectations. How much? I don't know how much more Phil. And I got to go back. I'm talking to Steel Toe Morning Show tomorrow, I believe around noon, about the PC from Phil. I don't know how much more Phil I could take. Oh, dude, the Office Flex was so pathetic. There's companies that actually have produced products that are successful that are like working out of their houses. And Tommy had to have this big fucking office. He's a joke, dude. He's a sham.
So a lot of questions pertain to this documentary.
Where am I looking, Classy? Why am I taking this bait? Maybe because I'm stoned. No, definitely because I'm stoned. I see what you did there, Rich. I'll give you a $500 super chat in 20 minutes, which means eat a dick. You ain't getting $500. That's kind of mean. Dude, he would flip the fuck out. Harvey Weinstein. All right. Oh, no. Where is this video? Classy, am I missing you in the regular chat? How much Phil can Rich take? I know. And then Thursday, I'm showing the computer when my friend is here who's actually taking it so Phil can see what he missed out on. Phil, I love you.
Documentary, which you probably know. I don't know if you ever watched it, but I'm not going to ask any specifics from it, but I'm only going to ask
Dylan's
if you watched
giving
it.
the bacon, the cucumbers, and the delicious salt.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it. I've never seen the thing. I've heard about it. I've seen snippets of it, but I've never just sat down and watched it. And I know that these things exist out there about.
Phil, that's been out by years at this point. What was that? Come out in 2017. That's old. He's seen it.
Me and I know.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I mean, I don't know if Phil has seen it. I'm not a fly on Phil's wall, thank God. But he's seen it.
Some of them are fair and some of them are completely unfair. I've heard this is one of the more fair ones.
I would say I've watched.
What is going on? I'm afraid. I'm fucking afraid. All right, this isn't about me. I'm taking the bait. Once the shirt goes back on. Yeah, they aren't real voicemails, are they? Those are just like someone doing a mockery of Tommy. It's like someone doing a Tommy voice impersonation. That's what I thought anyway.
Watched it twice. I watched it before.
Jeremy's got a lot of phlegm.
Call today, and then I watched it like when I first reached out. I didn't think it was like me.
All right, shirt goes back on. Time. Good. It's time. It's time for tickling.
I am thoroughly tickled.
I mean, come on. I'm a drama-mongering middle-aged piece of shit. What do you expect me to do? Donald, tremendous plunger nipples is coming in 20 minutes, and I'm also coming on Melania's chest. Believe me. Cucumbers, horses, birds, you gotta choose them all. They all bring me such joy. All right, we have breaking tickled news.
I am thoroughly tickled. Breastfeed.
Coming in hot. Nice and hot. Nice and hot. Oh, no. No. Fuck. Green lights, YouTube fraud. Here we fucking go. This guy. God almighty in heaven.
So I stumbled across...
Oh, no. And we're already using GIFs. Here we go. I'm opening on the right window. We are bottom gear the game coming to console in 20 minutes means it's not happening. That is the new official phrase. Yes. Cloaked Onyx. I did see that. Here we go.
So I stumbled across this.
Here we go. Let's get some breastfeeding into play here.
Article, and I just had to share it with you guys. Now, I made a community post about it just to quickly get the word out for people short on time, but I want.
He uses GIFs like a teenage girl who was on MySpace back in 2006. The fuck is going on? Oh, I hate and love the internet simultaneously. Motherfucker. We're only 9 seconds. This is a 4-minute video, but it may take till 6 in the morning to get through.
I want to talk a little bit more in depth about this problem.
Oh, God. He sounds like an angry, condescending Steve Urkel, and it makes me angry. Well, why is everything go down like this? I am talking down to you.
The first thing I noticed about this article is nobody from
The Tickler! He'll tickle you back to hell.
I am thoroughly tickled.
Digital Trends wanted to put their name on it. That's very strange.
I said I would choose them all, P34J. I answered you before. They all bring such joy.
Usually they put their name on the article. I kind of knew from there I was in for a doozy. That and the lovely title that reads, "The Truth About Buying Genuine Subscribers?" Now, here's the thing. I wasn't aware that you can buy people, right?
Oh, he's going after Digital Trends.
Right? And it be genuine. That's like saying buy genuine friends or buy a genuine bride. If you're buying somebody, it's not genuine. That they didn't come to you because they liked what you did.
We'll look at this article afterwards. I'm sure he's taking it out of context just to throw shade at Digital Trends for doing vastly superior TV reviews than he does. I'm drunk. Congratulations. Like, I've used GIFs for He-Man and stuff, but that was even back in like 2011, man. Yeah, I've gotten over that shit too.
Came because
I'm stoned as well, in case you couldn't tell.
They were paid to do so. And this is the first line of thinking that you need to analyze when you look at Digital Trends as a...
What the fuck is this? He is the worst editor ever. Why is there a GIF of a pug at like 3 frames a second? What are you doing with your life?
This is your life now.
What are you doing?
Publication. Pay to play is an aspect here. Now, if that just sounds like a jab that is unwarranted, I will prove it in the next statement here. This article is sponsored by Stormviews.
You just skipped the whole article.
And boy, in their step-by-step guide to cheating the system, the #1 recommendation is Stormviews. So wait, the people who sponsored/hired you to write this article are also your #1 recommendation? Well, boy, isn't that very convenient? Now, isn't it also very convenient that they believe that they can buy their way to the top and then they use sponsorships to do that, and at the same token, give a step-by-step guide as to how to defraud and cheat hardworking YouTubers out of their social media standing?
Hire him for editing, tickled editing, pretty much. Dude, it's ridiculous.
Because let's be real, if you're buying your way to the top, the people who actually deserve to be there won't be there because you're throwing money at it. And if you're Digital Trends, you have basically an endless budget to do with whatever you want. And at that point, you can sit on...
Take 5 fingers and smash the soundboard. All right.
I fell down a fucking hole.
That's actually a pretty good mix right there. We'll look at that article afterwards because I'm sure there has to be context that he's going right by because he's Quantum TV and that's what he does.
A lot of smaller creators and push them out of being an authority or having any voice in the AV community or any tech community that they dare to enter. That's how this works. Also, if you look at the bottom, Google Ads is their last recommendation. But Google Ads is the official way that you...
He has a thing for Mekhi Phifer Bro, he always is. Quantum TV, the hardworking YouTuber, Lamau.
YouTube promotes, even through Studio Creator, for you to, showcase your video, advertise your videos. So the fact that this is last on the list, again, further proves what they're doing is fraudulent. See, the thing with Google Ads is you're not buying subscribers, likes, or views. All you're doing is letting YouTube market your video to a specific niche or audience, and it's marketing. That's very different from buying metrics. And that's what they are advocating for with the truth about buying genuine subscribers. Now, I mean, you can read it, but I just don't understand how we can post videos of cats going at it in an alley, get it taken down for violence, but they can have articles up about literally defrauding the YouTube algorithm and
he can't stop. It's never been about people leaving him alone. He's a very insecure guy, and people he knows or he feels is a threat to him even with superior content, he has to defraud them and take them down. Remember I said that he's eventually, here he goes. Analytics
and all that stuff, and it's okay.
No, he's always done this. People have proven he's doing the same thing for years upon years upon years. This is the first time it ever got as high profile.
Now, sure, they try to put little disclaimers out saying, oh, well, there are some advantages and disadvantages to it, playing devil's advocate, but let's be real. They were hired to give good press to Stormviews, who specializes in artificially inflating your social media presence. That's why they got the...
There gotta be a catch to this. They can't do that. You can't... YouTube, if you bought subscribers, YouTube fucking shuts you right the fuck down.
#1 spot. They paid to play. And no matter how you look at this, this is a shady dealing from Digital Trends. And my message is, let this sink in for every single review they do from this point forward, because this is how they operate. I have been saying it for years and been called so many different things by their fans and from people who just genuinely find this to be in poor taste or jealousy. The truth is, I'm a consumer advocate beyond anything else, and I really am passionate about making sure fairness is being displayed.
Fairness. Motherfucker, you called me a pedophile like half a dozen times that you knew was a lie. Fucking fairness. Fuck out of here. Moral arbiter, my ass. Alright, let's look into this article from Digital Trends. Alright, let me go to Google, because Bing is useless. Digital. All right, let me look here. Digital Trends. Buying YouTube subscribers. Let's look into 4 places to buy real YouTube subscribers. First off, when did this article release? Why is it so fucking weird in terms of... All right. So let's see. I'll zoom in. YouTube is the world's second largest search engine behind Google. It's no wonder creators and businesses are flocking to create content and grow their YouTube channels. When was this article made? Whether you want to be a famous YouTuber or grow your business, organic channel growth on YouTube requires a large time and investment. In other words, it can take a while for your video's efforts to produce tangible results. So is there a faster way to grow? Some businesses pay for subscribers early on to speed up the growth of their YouTube channel. It's a risky strategy, but there are some places you could buy genuine active YouTube subscribers. Keep reading to learn the advantages and disadvantages of buying YouTube subscribers, the best places to buy YouTube, alternatives to buying YouTube subscribers. Okay, I will admit it's kind of off color so far. Let's see where it goes, though, before I YouTube is a video sharing platform created in 2005. In its first year, YouTube had over 25 million videos uploaded to the platform. It was bought by Google in 2006. YouTube creators publish their videos. Really, you have to explain all YouTube can do. Although you can find YouTube, blah, 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 having a large number, it offers several benefits. Accounts increase their views and can monetize their blah, 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 blah. We know all this. Advantages to buying YouTube subscribers. YouTube, like Google, is a search engine ideally. You should focus on organic growth with search engines. In other words, create great content and optimize it for search engine results. But organic growth takes time. Yep. This is why some creators opt to speed up the growth by buying subscribers. Here are some reasons you might consider buying subscribers on YouTube, which is against terms of service, so I don't even know how this is a thing. People can discover your videos in several places on YouTube. Your channel page, search results, the browse section, suggested videos. When you're starting with a small channel, your growth relies heavily on the last three sources. So how do you appear in search, browser, suggested sections? It's all up to YouTube's algorithm. Like Google, YouTube has an algorithm that decides which videos are shown and where. It considers several factors such as keywords, click rate, watch time, blah, 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 blah. Having more to provide. Do you know YouTube creators upload 500 hours of video every minute? Yep. Disadvantages of buying YouTube. As we met, organic growth is the best way to build your YouTube channel. Purchasing your channel subscribers can help you grow faster, but it carries risks too. The legality of buying subscribers. People disagree whether or not purchasing new subscribers violates YouTube's terms of service. It does. It's legal to purchase promotional services, but YouTube does take issue with artificial engagement. In its fake engagement, YouTube states that you cannot artificially inflate your engagement numbers or metrics. YouTube considers the following illegitimate: artificial engagement, views gained by deception, engagement that's paid for. If you purchase YouTube views and engagement from a third party that uses fake bots to drive up your views, you are in violation of YouTube's fake engagement policy. So before you purchase any subscribers, you need to make sure they are real and active users. Paid subscribers don't equal potential customers. If you consider YouTube a funnel source for your business, you need to be careful about purchasing subscribers. Your organic subscribers may turn into potential customers because they were genuinely interested in your brand or your video content. Paid subscribers, on the other hand, are less likely to convert. When you have both paid and organic subscribers, it's difficult to measure the actual size of your potential funnel from YouTube. Storm views. So how are they real subscribers if you're buying them? But if you're buying subscribers, views, and likes, it's kind of going... It's kind of a sketchy article. Quantum TV is a piece of shit, but... Yeah, don't buy subscribers. Don't do that. Don't buy them. It's bad. It's not going to help you. They're not real. Like, even if they are real, I guess that's how this is the workaround, and it's legitimate. This is real because they're real people. I don't know what they're doing. They'll go somewhere and promote you, and they come over. But they're not really going to watch you. Who's messaging me? I don't know. Yeah, just don't buy subscribers. It's fucking stupid. It's terrible idea. Anyway, back to. Here's Phil to tell you more.
Basically, it's like, hey, here's Phil. He outlays some of your early career, which is probably accurate. Talks about your AdSense.
Yeah, but they're real people. But they're real people who don't give a shit. All right, great. Yeah, that's a good point, too, that my stone stupid brain. Yeah, he was probably looking for legitimate ways to, or if he was trying to find ways to buy subs himself, and he's like, hey, I could call out digital trends in the process. Of course. Oh,
bullshit,
God.
which you already, basically said, hey, this is what happened. That's accurate. Some of your low light moments in the early fighting scene where you're caught on tape being a dickhead. That's
obviously that was all the time back then. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was such an asshole when I played Street Fighter competitively. I was super dickhead. I admit that openly. I was just a real asshole.
So I mean,
you ever see those clips? They're pretty funny.
Right. So okay, so that's accurate. But this does shape the way a lot of people know who you are, right? Like a lot of people nowadays, where YouTube, they couldn't give a fuck about creators like you or I nowadays, unless you're like,
oh, shut the fuck up, Jeremy. Shut up. Your channel's doing just fine. I just called YouTube out recently. I'm still here. YouTube pampers our asses. We are pampered on this platform.
like Will Smith or some Hollywood actor, they might recommend. You actually used to have videos on the YouTube homepage back when they would
zoinks,
put popular videos on the homepage. Now it's like, The Tonight Show and Saturday Night Live and so
that's true too, but YouTube's done well by me. I don't know what this interview's about. I'm waiting for someone's nuts to be gargled in like a couple minutes.
I think just to kind of complete the thought on the kind of the detractor videos, from the outside looking in, I view them mostly as a positive. And it sounds like you mentioned earlier, hey, basically, as long as they don't go, crazy over the line or try to fuck me over, they're still a good thing. Like they're still a thing that keeps me, interested in me going.
Yeah, to some extent, because it's like you and I just said, we know this isn't going to last forever. What, most YouTubers have a couple of years, 3-4 years, where maybe they could stay on top, and then that's it. It fizzles out.
Yeah.
And for me, because there's always a controversy about me, which literally I half the time don't even know about. It keeps people coming to watch. I don't mind it as long as it's not something that's going to not allow me to make a living or not allow me to do what I love, or it's going to hurt myself or my family.
Yeah.
And the things that I don't like is when people lie, outright lie.
Well, because
that does happen about me a lot.
Yeah, of all the shitty things,
just listening and absorbing. I'm not zoning out, by the way.
DSP has done, and there are many. The only one I ever had a problem with was the striking or flagging other people's videos, which you've said in this stream, like, yeah.
Oh, shut the I don't know if Jeremy striked or flagged anybody, but you're a cancel happy motherfucker. So shut up.
Hey, look, that was old me.
Back in the day,
I didn't like that.
There was no, back in the day, way back in the day, we're talking again, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
There was no way to do anything about that stuff besides ask nicely. Hey, I think the video you made is real mean about me. Could you take it down or talk to me about it first? Get my permission? Because you basically use.
Yeah, because that'll definitely get people to take the video down. Hey, you're being mean. Could you take it down? Nope. I thought about it, and the answer is no.
Use my content.
I can't. It has. Well, actually,
without permission.
The Sony music.
Maybe if you had asked first, I would have said okay. It's kind of.
Oh, stop it! He's another one with that. We could have talked first. Get the fuck out of here! You could you imagine if everyone had to talk to everybody first? Or even news organization, corporate news. Yes, obviously sometimes they have to get permission before they talk about a story. Get the fuck out of here.
messed up that you just did this without my permission.
Yeah.
Today it's the Wild West. Everyone uses everyone's content for anything under
yeah,
the sun.
Yeah. Fair use is just it's over now, right? I see people
everyone
use
just
my
does
content
everything.
too. I'm like, whatever. Fuck. I can't do anything about it even if I wanted to.
Right. But
people ask me to go to DSP's website.
back then it was a relatively new thing, and I saw that it literally was those "this is how you don't play" videos took a negative light to my content in a way that had never happened before and made it virally popular, and I was terrified because I didn't have anything to fall back on at the time, and I was like, what's going to happen if now people hate my guts overnight and I have no recourse? So admittedly, back in the day, there were,
which for a bit I could see you thinking that way, but then you should have realized, like, even a year on, that I should embrace this, because I didn't understand how this shit worked at first. But you should have learned, like, man, I mean, there's still to this day, Phil, your detractors, even now, you're way past your prime. So am I. It's okay. They're still getting tens of thousands of views where you're literally getting hundreds of views per video because you still haven't embraced it. You could say you have, but you have not.
There were a few people who I tried to like take down their videos. It was, by the way, I'll say this, it wasn't a lot. It was maybe a small handful over the course of a couple of years. In fact, a couple of times it was Machinima who did it, and I didn't even ask them to. They just went ahead.
I believe he did. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure he did.
And did it on my behalf, and I found out later, and then I got shit for it because people were saying that I'm telling Machinima to do stuff that I never told them to do. This is another issue that I have with Machinima behind the scenes. But
it sounds like you regret that, and you're not like that way anymore, though, which is the important
There's
thing.
no point to doing it. There's no point. It doesn't productively do anything to try to take down other people's videos.
Phil, you wouldn't take down other people's videos now because you know it would make you look terrible, because it is highly, that is beyond going after someone's sponsors, that is like the most looked down upon thing in the community, more so than that, is going after other people's videos. There is exceptions where videos should be taken down, but that's like the nuclear option. That's like every YouTuber having the big red button. You don't dare flip open the plastic casing to hit that button unless you're damn sure you need to strike. That's why, Phil.
If anything, I just wish more people would understand and be more conscious that when you're going to make those kind of videos, that concretely can hurt someone. Because here's a personal example. Back in the day, I used to just say shit for shock value. I would say completely misinformed things. Like I would say anyone who plays Minecraft is a small child and an idiot, and why would anyone play Minecraft? They're all dumbasses, right?
Wow. Damn, that's edgy. That just like cut me like a knife. How about what'd you say? Look, awful things he said, but I also realized it was a very long time ago. But what about the edgy stuff you said in your Blip TV days, Phil? What'd you say about the Jews back then? That was a little bit more of a hot take than what you just said about Minecraft.
Right? And people would actually like believe me because I had a big following back then. They were like, no, why, it's true. Everyone who plays Minecraft's an immature idiot. I didn't know anything about Minecraft. I had never played it. I knew nothing about it. I was just talking out of my ass to get shock value out of my videos. Okay. And now I realize, my God, like I was so irresponsible. That's a messed up thing to do.
God.
Right?
That's the worst.
And you should have been playing Minecraft all these years. Look at fucking PewDiePie.
Exactly. If I had jumped
Phil would go out of his way to seem like the anti-mainstream gamer because he thought that was his selling point. If Tobuscus did something, he would make fun of it, do the exact opposite. He wants to be like the real man's gamer.
On those bandwagons back then, I would have been way bigger than I ever was. But I was a very obstinate, ignorant person who just thought this whole thing was kind of a joke. I never really took YouTube seriously back then, and I thought this is just messed up.
Phil, you still don't take this shit seriously. If you still don't take this shit seriously. You put on this facade of taking, but you would have, if you took this seriously, you're taking the wrong thing seriously. You take what you think is your image. Even though your image is still terrible, so's mine. But I realize mine is. You take trying to make your image look good seriously. but you've never changed as a content creator. I'm a fucking fat slob, but I would say there's a lot of ways that I've evolved. I'm not just sitting in front of my mic talking with gameplay now. Yeah, that face. looks like he has to take a dump.
To say whatever I want, and people will laugh at it or whatever. Now I regret saying a lot of the things that I said and did back then. Some of the racial humor that was kind of way over the top. That, you know,
didn't he just say something recently, and didn't he like double down on it? I'm pretty sure.
I know. I look back then, I'm like,
yes, Terrence, I'm back for a little bit. Don't know how long I'm back though.
There's generalities, and some of the stuff I said was kind of way too far in one direction.
It's a different time too, you know. I mean, it was like 10 years ago. You know, this is a perfect example. By the way, I'm gonna bring up a question that
Jeremy's absolutely drunk here. I mean, I'm stoned. I can't talk, but I'm gonna ask a question.
I think anybody else asking it would bother you, but I will tell you first. I have gout.
Oh no. Did you see his latest races he was playing as that made a joke about selling a black girl into slavery? Yeah, and then he was like, what? It was like in context of what I was like, it's fine. Like, no, Phil, stop! All right. Let's look up DSP Gaming, because people are going to... DSP Gaming, racist... No. Oh, we'll watch it. We'll watch some more Steel Toe, and then we'll go back to the other.
All right, let's
video.
watch DS.
No, lies. I'm gonna piss real quick first, and then I'm gonna try to go for as long as I can. I didn't get a lot of. I got enough sleep, but I need more. But I'm gonna still go. Might as well enjoy this high while I'm live and make money doing it. All right, so no, I'm back. Let's take a look at this.
I hope you guys aren't disappointed by this. It's a 38-second DSP clip.
That's it?
But when I saw it, oh shit. I thought, you know what? This one's going on tonight.
Keep me waiting.
We gotta do this one on the program. DSP was doing a stream. I don't know what game this is. I'm not big on, I know a couple of games. That's it.
You've got your set ones.
I've got Madden, I've got Red Dead Redemption 2, I've got Mountain Blade Bannerlord. That's all I've got. So I see this and
Didn't have a bowel movement.
I go,
I didn't
wow,
take it up.
I have to play this for everyone because this, we always said if we play another DSP clip, it's got to be something different, right?
Spiky.
It can't just be begging. I mean, what? We're 280 away from our goal? Fuck that. We're going to be begging tonight. No doubt about it. So, DSP.
Snort.
Yeah. DSP, this isn't about begging. This isn't about getting a new computer.
That's refreshing already.
It's not about any of that. You know what it's about?
God.
Gays.
Black people.
Whoa.
Yep. DSP decided, you know what? I'm going to branch out. I'm going to be a little bit more than a gamer. You know what I'm going to be? I'm going to be an off-the-cuff, acerbic-witted show host.
Okay.
I'm going to do some comedy.
I'm in.
In between my talking about Jasper and asking you to pay for my new computer, but don't give me a computer, give me money so I can tell you I bought a computer and then just buy a bunch of WWE Mobile Champions credits. In between all of that.
That's the same behavior as homeless people, right?
Sure. Just gonna spend it on booze, Phil.
No, let me give you some food.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want any food, all right? I have food, all right? I cook every night. No, you don't. You order DoorDash.
You
Shut
make
the fuck up.
ramen.
Yeah. So anyway, Phil sees this clip in a game where a white man is hugging and protecting a black girl.
Okay.
As authorities are there in the cutscene in one of the games. Phil, give us your biting, acerbic commentary, if you will.
Best if we make this quick.
So the cops are apparently there to take the girl
into custody. Yeah.
Take her away. And this guy feels helpless. Like, the cops are here. They have to take you. Otherwise, something bad could happen to me. Let's see how Dark Side Phil handles this.
Okay.
All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profits.
He just said this like a couple days ago, didn't he?
Breasts.
No, he didn't. This might be the most entertaining he's ever been.
What the fuck was that? Where the hell did that come from?
He'd been waiting to say that for so long.
He was just like, you know what happened? He saw this cutscene start, and then he went, I'm sneaking a fucking slave joke in there somewhere.
Dude, he'd thought of that one before. That was off the tongue, ready to go.
He gave a throat clear before he delivered that one. He's like, I want to make sure I don't have any wet snorts in me before I deliver this fucking gold. Holy shit. This one, we're going to watch it 5,000 more times, but this one actually makes me feel bad for Dark Side Phil.
I know.
Because this isn't like, guys, I need lots of money. I have my day off. I'm changing how much money I need today, blah, blah, blah. That's not that. This is like shit that if it makes the rounds, and this is already on our cringe.
Was this recent, by the way?
This was today, I believe.
He wears a cowboy hat right now.
I think he's into cowboy hats now.
Oh, I don't like that. That makes me like him.
So this is one of those deals where if this goes far and wide enough, this could fuck him up.
Yeah.
I don't want to, and let me say something. I don't want to see that happen. All of you who are here to watch me shit on DSP tonight, I want you to know one thing. I want DSP to make lots of money.
Yes.
I want DSP to be very successful. I want DSP to continue broadcasting and providing us content because I find him to be a very fascinating human being to talk about, to look at, to dissect, all of it.
I agree.
I love DSP. So I don't want to see him get taken down. So, like, I don't want DSP venturing too far into the race waters.
No, it makes us nervous.
I don't want DSP watching a show about, or like, I don't want him playing like Call of Duty and see a building explode and go, oh, I didn't hear Allahu Akbar before that happened. I don't need DSP doing acerbic political and religious humor. I need DSP talking about his cat, whining about his day off, bitching about computers, and begging people for money and yelling at Keemstar. That's all I need. And wiping his earwax and wiping it on his mustache.
I bet he's great at parties.
I bet he's the worst guy ever at parties.
Yeah, but one thing that sets us apart from Red Bar, like quite a lot,
Steel
is we
Toe
actually don't
Morning
want our
Show
fools to
is the
burn into the
channel.
ground. We want them to keep thriving.
I
so
want
we'd
this
keep
guy to
seeing
do
this.
very well. But Jesus Christ, get the slave trade ready. Phil, dial it back a little bit. As a guy who says whatever the fuck he wants on a comedy show, let me tell you, when it comes to doing an offensive joke, the juice has to be worth the squeeze. Meaning, and if Denny shit on us on Chrissy Mayer, I can say this is something he never learned. Saying the N-word doesn't make you edgy.
Ooh.
It's just, if you're not funny, it just makes you more not funny. If you're going to drop something like that, or something like DSP did, you'd better have a lot of funny juice in there, because it's going to have to overpower how cringe you are for trying to get over by saying that.
Right, you say that about a tiny little girl, too, in a game. Ouch.
Best if we make this quick.
All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profits.
Oh, and he's wearing a fucking cowboy hat, too.
Why would that just jump into your head? Like
because he's low-key racist,
A
man.
George Floyd joke would hop in there before a fucking slavery joke. Like, he skipped over, like, 400 years of history to get to Kunta Kinte. God damn, Phil. I gotta spice up my content lately. It's been a little lackluster. I know, black girl, slave jokes, go.
I mean, this white guy's on his knees and shit. You could have made, like, a kneeling joke or something with, like, George Floyd,
I
like
mean,
you said.
that would have been horrific, too.
Yes.
But not as horrific as what he did.
A poor little girl.
Jesus, Phil. And you know what the biggest thing is? People are like, oh, what are you complaining? What are you being offended by his joke? No, I'm saying he's not the guy to deliver this shit. This isn't a Phil thing to do. He's DSP. He's the guy who complains that the game is cheating when he loses in Mortal Kombat. He's not the guy who makes race jokes.
Cowboy
Just
Phil.
because you're wearing Don Imus's cowboy hat doesn't mean you can start yelling nappy-headed hose, Philip.
Dude, he looks like Enos Delmar. That's his outfit.
He does look like Enos Delmar. I wish I knew how to rage quit this game.
Oh, no.
All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profits.
That's it. That's all. No follow-up to that. No nothing. Just...
He could have made a dad joke, like the chat there, like in the game said, Daddy loves you, and stuff like that.
Nope.
No dad jokes, nothing.
He tries
just
to
straight
pretend he has a
slavery.
filter.
Slave
He has
trade,
no
then-
filter.
Let's get back to our game.
All the way to
Like, you literally drop something like that and nothing? Nothing? Like, what? I gotta hear he has a rebuttal to this, doesn't he?
Put the kid in the vehicle. Stay with her.
Is that it from Phil?
Right, she's too valuable to escape.
Whoa! Jesus.
Oh, God.
Phil? Just when we think it's safe to go back into the stream.
I was wondering if there was more coming because
I
you
was gonna
said
say,
38
why-
seconds.
Why is this so long?
Wow.
Jesus.
She's worth lots of money.
Kept going.
Oh, look, the next video is a Red Bar video.
All right, isn't there something... Oh, it doubles down.
Belongs to everybody. Remember where your ears are, Philly. It belongs to everybody
But they
else,
have
and they
the
get
original.
to interpret it. That's what these things are. We get to entertain people. They
All
get
right,
to
we'll
decide
watch.
how.
We won't fuck with his premiere. DSP addresses. Did I spell that right? Slave choke. I love the filters they use. All right. Snort Hogan.
I want to have chill stream.
Snort Hogan.
No detractor memes, bathroom breaks, playing WWE, relaxing chill session of Street Fighter 3. Like I'm getting my vibe back from 2017. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air.
So, thank you for joining me today if you're here for that.
Jesus Christ, the filters they use.
I'm excited for it, just like I'm sure you guys are.
Like,
These narrative style games are definitely interesting when it comes to the amount of stuff that you can kind of do improv commentary on. Speaking of which, I'm going to very, very briefly not really address something, but I feel like it's worth addressing. As you know, I have a large group of scumbags who follow me all over the internet and try to do as much as they possibly humanly can to slander me, defame me, say things that aren't true about me, and basically make me look like a horrible human being to as many people as they can all over the internet, okay? I don't know why at this point. I really don't see the purpose of their agendas, but that's what they do. It's just an inevitability at this point, okay? That's going to happen, no matter what I say and do, no matter where I say and do it. Like I said, if I cured cancer today,
I'd be, Manga64.
Told that,
Appreciate it.
I farted when I cured it, and man, the smell was just so unbearable, and I should be chastised for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is on the internet. So, the other day,
Phil blew his load, but dump.
You know, I'm doing commentary on this game, and I'm doing my usual style of improv commentary, and it's the same style of commentary that I've done over the years. It's not any different from anything else that I've done. All right, everyone knows that I try to do all kinds of things on the cuff. Jokes, dark humor. It's just something I've always done. When I do improv commentary on a game like this, where it's primarily narrative-based, okay?
Oh, God, he is adding so much cushioning to try to soften the blow of what he said. Phil, I get stoned shitless on streams. And nothing would have ever made me come close to even saying anything like that. Area condo man's flatulence cures cancer.
It's completely off the cuff and unexpected, and sometimes I'll try to purposely say something ridiculous to break the mood up. For example, in this game, you've got hostage situations. You've got people getting shot. You've got someone commits suicide in the game. It's pretty crazy, or attempt suicide, I guess I should say. It's not clear if it actually worked or not. But the point I'm making here is, this is something that I've always done, and, you know, everyone has always enjoyed it, okay? It's only now that people literally will try to make things up to make me look bad. So, the thing is, some people have actually called me out and said, you need to address this because people are saying this about you in the last few days in regards to commentary you've done or whatever. No, I don't. I don't actually have to address it at all. It's bullshit, and everyone knows it. Anyone with a fucking brain between these two ears knows what I said because it's on camera. You know what I mean? Like, the problem is with the people who don't like me, is what they will attempt to do is take what I say.
Does he even repeat what he said in this? Or is, oh my God, he should have been a politician.
And say, well, if you add this guess, this extrapolation, this spin, this assumption, if you add all of this, plus what Phil said, it's terrible. Oh my God, how could Phil have done that? Wait a minute, what? If you add all of this bullshit to what I said, what I actually said, you can make assumptions that are horrible. Well, I didn't say any of that, nor is that even in my head. You know what I mean? Like, sadly, I hate to say it, in the modern day, it's like, you can't even, you can't even deal with just what you actually said and did. You have to deal with what everyone else is assuming you're saying, doing, or thinking, even though you didn't do it. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're out of your fucking minds, okay? Like I said, I've always used
Still hasn't said what he said. Phil, that was not the joke to say there, man. That was not the joke to say. That joke is just one that you just take, wrap it up, and throw it in the garbage because there's never a good time for that joke. Good evening, Quinn. How are you?
Humor, and in particular, over-the-top, ridiculous, what-if situational humor in games like this. I used to do it back in the day with The Walking Dead, which was the original Telltale game that put this kind of games on the map, okay? No one had issue with it, but today in the modern era, now let's do everything we possibly can to make Phil look like a villain on the internet, all right? I'm tired of it. So I'm not going to address any of their bullshit because it's bullshit. It's well, to even give a moment to specifically address the nonsense that people have said about me gives credence to it.
Phil makes up your actions alone.
It's
Yes.
complete fabrication based off of them completely lying and extrapolating upon bullshit. Okay? And I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. I'm just not. I have no reason to address it. That's the last thing I'm saying about it. They can literally make up whatever they want. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not paying attention to it anymore. All right? For me to particularly address each thing, all right?
But
only gives them what they want. They want nothing more than for on this very podcast this morning. They want me to have a whole segment trying to defend myself, to save face, and particularly to what they said about me. I'm not giving them that satisfaction.
Well, first off, you are because you're talking about it now. Secondly, there is nothing you could say. Me stoned out of my face right now. That wouldn't even have been a passing thought to make a joke like that. Phil, what are you talking about?
They can go fuck themselves. That's my attitude moving forward. There's no reason to address the nonsense they say and do. It's feeding the trolls, and I'm not doing that. So, fuck them. Let's move on. Very nice. Okay, so.
All right, I need to go to bed. I didn't even think I was going to be streaming again today. Technically, I streamed for 3.5 hours.
WWE Champion.
We'll be doing something different than Phil. We're going to go back to some Karens tomorrow night because I need some Karens in my life. Thank you, everyone, for coming through. The support, again, is absolutely insane. I'll turn off the monetization for this. It wasn't even really on. It was limited ads anyway, so that's why I didn't jump to go do it. So thank you, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. See you soon.